1. Chicago's innovative fix. Rat birth control to tackle rodent problem. 2. Lincoln Park tackles rat infestation with innovative birth control program. 3. Chicago's battle with rats. New methods for rodent control. 1. Chicago's innovative fix. Rat birth control to tackle rodent problem. A bold step in pest control. Chicago's innovative approach to curb the rat population. In a groundbreaking move, Chicago is taking on its rodent problem with a non-lethal solution. Instead of resorting to traditional poison-based methods, the city is piloting a rat birth control program to manage its burgeoning rat population. This unique initiative, spearheaded by Alderman Timmy Knudsen, aims to reduce rat reproduction without harming the animals or endangering local wildlife. A citywide epidemic. Chicago's 9-year reign as America's rattiest city. For nearly a decade, Chicago has held the dubious title of America's rattiest city, with its rodent population causing widespread concern among residents and visitors alike. However, Alderman Knudsen believes his innovative Rat Contraceptive Pilot program could finally turn the tide in the city's battle against rats. The pilot project, set to launch in the 43rd Ward, involves deploying non-toxic, peanut butter-flavored pellets that inhibit rat reproduction. Unlike traditional rodenticides, these pellets do not kill the rats, nor do they cause the animals to avoid them. Instead, the rats are attracted to the scent of peanut butter and consume the pellets repeatedly, leading to a decrease in their reproductive capabilities. A collaborative effort, partnerships with Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago Bird Alliance, and the Department of Streets and Sanitation. The pilot program is a joint venture between Alderman Knudsen's office, the Lincoln Park Zoo, the Chicago Bird Alliance, and the Department of Streets and Sanitation. The $40,000 required for the project was privately funded. Scientists from the Lincoln Park Zoo will monitor the rats' interaction with the contraceptive pellets using camera footage. The goal is to ensure that the rats do not develop avoidance behaviors towards the pellets, as observed in other cities. Unlike traditional rodenticides, which rats learn to avoid after witnessing the effects on their peers, the contraceptive pellets remain attractive to the rats due to their enticing peanut butter flavor. This ensures consistent consumption and effective reduction in rat reproduction. Comparing results. Experiment versus control blocks. To evaluate the effectiveness of the contraceptive program, researchers will deploy the pellets in 3 designated experiment blocks and compare the outcomes with 3 nearby control blocks where no pellets are used. The data collected from both sets of blocks will provide valuable insights into the success of the program. Following in the footsteps, Bucktown and Wicker Park's earlier pilot. A similar contraceptive pilot program was launched in Bucktown and Wicker Park in April. The results of this earlier initiative are anticipated by the end of July, offering valuable lessons for the upcoming 43rd Ward pilot, scheduled to commence in early August. Stay tuned for updates on Chicago's innovative approach to pest control, as we continue to monitor the progress of this pioneering program. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics argue that such non-lethal methods may not be as effective in the long run as traditional rodenticides. What do you think? Share your opinion in the comments below. 2. Lincoln Park tackles rat infestation with innovative birth control program. Chicago's Rat Revolution. Birth control tackles the city's most persistent pests. Chicago's battle against its notorious rodent population has just taken a revolutionary turn that could change urban pest control forever. Lincoln Park has officially joined the ranks of Chicago neighborhoods, embracing a surprising new weapon against rats: contraception. On Thursday, 43rd Ward Alderman Timmy Knudsen unveiled an innovative initiative, dubbed the Rat Contraceptive Pilot program, marking a significant departure from traditional extermination methods. Chicago's current use of rat poison is not effectively reducing the targeted population, Knudsen explained during his announcement. More concerning is that these poisons have been definitively linked to the deaths of valuable wildlife, including several horn. 3. Chicago's battle with rats. New methods for rodent control. Chicago's rat epidemic isn't just a nuisance. It's a visceral reminder of urban challenges that stir deep public concern. But here's where it gets controversial. While Chicago's reputation as one of America's rattiest cities has long been uncontested, new evidence suggests that improvements in rodent control may actually be underway. On a recent day in Ukrainian village, 30-year-old Ryan Campbell, a service technician with Rose Pest Solutions, trudged through the city's back alleys carrying a heavy black bait box. After emerging from some overgrown brush, he paused to wipe sweat from his brow. Opening the box, he discovered a chaotic mix of dirt, dried leaves, and surprisingly, a blue wrapper from a Linder chocolate truffle. As he explained with a wry smile, rats occasionally deposit all kinds of treats in these boxes, using them as makeshift shelters. It's something about seeing all the nasty stuff people never encounter, he noted. Every call is a new story. In recent years, Chicago was branded as the rattiest city because one pest control firm had ranked it at the top for nearly a decade. However, when we take a closer look at the city's 311 call data, an interesting trend emerges. In 2021, rodent-related complaints nearly hit 66,000, but over the past 3 years that figure has dropped to less than 46,000 in 2024, with around 19,000 calls filed in just the first 6 months of 2025. This reduction, along with faster response times, from an average of 11.5 days in 2021 to 5.3 days in 2024, hints that Chicago's integrated pest management efforts might be bearing fruit. Gloria Pittman, the Deputy Commissioner of Streets and Sanitation, is optimistic. Our process hasn't changed drastically. We just intensified our efforts in areas we previously couldn't reach. The city now not only offers baiting services to residents, deploying poison to reduce rat numbers, but also actively removes deceased rodents, ensuring a more comprehensive approach to pest management. While some experts, like Maureen Murray from the Urban Wildlife Institute at Lincoln Park Zoo, caution that 311 complaints are not the sole indicator of rat populations due to various influencing factors, other neighborhood-level data aligns well with these trends. Murray emphasizes the broader stakes. Rats aren't just an eyesore. They pose real health risks. These pests carry bacteria that can lead to leptospirosis, a disease with flu-like symptoms and potential organ damage, and continuous rat sightings have even been linked to a higher likelihood of depression. In Ukrainian village, after removing the detritus from his bait box, Campbell methodically replaced the old rat poison with new packets. Despite the repetitiveness of the task, he admits, it's tedious, yes. He firmly believes that the battle against rats is a joint effort. Pest control alone isn't enough. Property owners must collaborate with professionals to achieve real results, he insists. Campbell's routine in neighborhoods across West Town and Logan Square, which rank among Chicago's highest in 311 rodent calls, illustrates the persistence of the problem. In fact, 311 records between 2019 and 2024 show West Town leading all 77 community areas, with Logan Square coming in a close second. Amid the ongoing struggle, local groups in these hard-hit areas are exploring innovative, eco-friendly alternatives to traditional poisons. For example, Special Service Area 33, covering Bucktown and Wicker Park, launched a pilot program in April to assess the efficacy of rodent contraceptives. This program, scheduled to conclude at year's end, uses a soft bait called Evolve, which is roughly the size of a small sausage. According to Rochelle Powlett, the marketing director for the company producing Evolve, the bait contains cottonseed oil that works by reducing sperm production and limiting ovarian follicle development in rats. This method aims to tackle the issue at its reproductive roots instead of just killing the rats. Alyssa Kruger from the Bucktown Wicker Park Chamber of Commerce mentioned that while early results are forthcoming later in July, the initial observations are promising. Rats in the area have been actively eating the birth control bait. Yet, as Powlett emphasizes, continued consumption of Evolve is essential for maintaining its contraceptive effects,